All right, welcome back, guys. Today we are using Deep Solver, and maybe we will look at PLL Genius. I do have two links to those for 20% off the first month. They will change your game. Will make you the better player. Um, so if you are looking for more tools, look at the end of the video. At the end, I will leave a link. Um, So yeah, trying to just help low stakes players basically understand GTO. Not so you can use it, but just so you understand why people bet and why they don't bet, why people check, and then you can apply it with low stakes population tendencies. So that's how you really exploit. You figure out what they're doing wrong. You do play GTO, then you go off the GTO line and exploit what they're doing wrong. I'm here with pocket sevens. We're just doing like low jack opens and the button cut up button we cold call. So like we're just doing some calls in position today. Here on this right here, our hand is pretty much dead, right? We don't have showdown value and middle position let out small. We called on the flop. 10 hit the turn, and he checked. So I'm assuming any ace or 10 would probably just keep piling money because, the nuts would want to get the money in. It's only 11 in the pot. Um, I'm thinking small bet here, but we can look in the solver real quick to see. Pocket sevens is nope. It's just gonna pure check. Not pure check, but it is checking like 95% of the time. And the only thing that is really betting here is like a lot of ace x, a lot. So ace x, some king x, pocket jacks, some 10x, and then you have obviously your pairs like would be betting because they're dead. So you need to bet those. 10x. So yeah, it's just these boards. Pretty much, don't be afraid of them. We'll go back to the trainer, so we could check. Um, a lot of king high and stuff like that can win the pot very easily. So sometimes you check, you'll catch your 7 at the end. Wow, I didn't plan on that for happening. Here I guess I wonder if we're supposed to go small. I'm just gonna go for value 7. We do get called by a king, and that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. All right, these are the tougher boards, right? 8-9 deuce rainbow. Okay, and say middle position opened, and you defended this. What are you doing here on 8-9 deuce? And here you want to look at ranges. Here's your range of hands. You have a lot of suited, even some broadways you are calling here. Um, just because, especially in low stakes, you can, depending on opponents, you can um, call wider sometimes. I think we want to bet. I don't think the big bet serves any purpose technically. Small bet or check, right? Ace 4. Ace 4 is a, what do I have? Ace 4 of clubs. I'm sorry, man. Ace 4 of clubs. Check 70% of the time. And small bet 30% of the time, basically. Um, so it does check a lot. Which makes sense because, if you bet and you get raised, you're not loving life because you kind of have to continue because you have the backdoor wheel draw, backdoor flush draw to the nuts, overcard. So understanding why we're going to check here. We're going to check our equity because we want to see another card. We want to see another card. Our ace high could be good here. No reason to pile in money. Checkaroony. And we'll let this solver. I like this solver because it just it uses cloud, so it doesn't use like your like all your computer, so your computer's not running super slow. We did pick up some more equity here, right? Doesn't necessarily we need to bet. I mean, I obviously it would have been great if it was like the three of clubs or the five of clubs. Um, Again, this could. Let's look in the solver so you guys know. Yeah, it's probably going to be heavily checked again. No, ace four, like in itself, is going to be heavily checked. But I mean, ace four, yeah, clubs. Since you picked up the equity and you can get some maybe pockets, sixes and like set like those types of pocket pairs, and you can get them to fold out. So that's why you're going to probably size up on the turn here with a yeah. I can see it right here. 63% of the time we are going to use a big size here, and again that's probably going to I'd target like pocket pairs. We can look at his range, the middle, like I would like him to fold out, see like the sixes and fives and fours, all that stuff. I'd like him to fold out, and so that's the reason for betting. Again, people don't tell you the reasons for betting. That's why I'm trying to start this new series here, like USA. We're going to really teach us how to play some GTO. So our big sizing hopefully folds out that, and king six. So now we see the results. We could have checked, and coulda, woulda, shoulda, but that's not what GTO is about. So now this guy is betting into us. So what he's saying is, what is he saying? I have ace jack. I have jacks. I could have pocket nines. He could even have pocket sevens, like sets. He have queens. He could have kings. He could have aces. He's betting on this. And we have ace king. Sneaky little call here, right? We put it in, which I like. A lot of people just like ace king got a 3-bet. I love throwing the ace king offsuit into a calling range. I just I think a lot player pool here. This board is dicey, but I think ace king is just kind of high up. Even it shows the hand strength. So like we're like right in the middle of the range here. I think you'd have to defend at least one street here. It's a horrible board, like coordinated board, but there's no. It's a rainbow flop. Number one, we block ace jack with some spades. So the 9 hits another small bet. Interesting sizing here. So size is he. I swear a jack would use a. Well, maybe he's afraid of a 9x because I could have some 9x, right? So maybe that's why he's sizing down. It's interesting here though. Like, what does Ace King want to do here now? Ace King O. Ace King O is still gonna, yeah, call 100%, man. 100% GTO wants you to call, guys. So again, if you know that the player is not bluffing, and like if this was shorter stack, maybe we probably could get away from things. But again, maybe that 9 changes nothing. And let's see what this guy's built for on the river. It's just he's bet if he bets 3 times, triple barrels are very, very. But the sizing though, what sizings are these? Man, it's almost like you gotta call this. No, right? You fold this, right? Yeah, the call. Man, it's mixing like everything. It's 50-50, man. It's like 25% we can fold, 25% we can raise, 50% of the time we can call. It really is. This one's a very odd one. I think I would try to. It's call. It's fold actually. So the worst. All right, at least I didn't make the worst mistake, right? I think calling would have been the worst. I think like so. Like at least we went off the rails, and yeah, we tried to raise. But yeah, my honestly gut was just saying we are getting milked here. You know, if you ever get milked, all right. Paired boards, right? King five. I'm just gonna show you. I think most of the time you just going to. Oh wait, king five. Not. I'm thinking the other way. Ha! King five. So we have queen ten. Dun, 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 dun. You could check and realize your equity, right? Queen 10 suited is going to be half and half. Queen 10. And yeah, Queen 10, you can check 35% of the time with this hand. You can bet, small. They prefer a small sizing. Like I said, always like these paired boards are going to be most time bet small or checked because there's no reason to bet big because just well, there's not much out there. There's no draws. There's not many hands that he can have, and that's not a coordinated. So usually, a small bet gets these hands to fold out, and that's all you care about. Taking down the blinds and the antes is all you should care about. Okay, so this is a really bad board for the middle position. Low jack. Um, he's checking. What do you do here with ace jack offsuit on a 7-9-4 board? It's really raggedy, but don't we have like a lot of 9x? We should, I think, like a lot of suited nines. I'm assuming like button suited ace 9 suited, king 9, queen 9, jack 9, 10-9, nines, yeah, 9-8 suited, 9-7 suited. We have a lot of 9x in our range. um Doesn't and so like let's look at it. Ace Jack O. Ace Jack O is 61% of the time gonna check and then 41% is gonna bet. And that's because I think here did we do I think you can just check. Oh, I'm not even in the trainer. Yeah, give me 100% because I just think checking here um because this guy could. This is a beautiful board to check pocket tens and jacks and stuff. Like for him to do that, and then fire out a bet like this. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Do we call? I mean, we block some jack nine, kind of what I would be hoping he would be bluffing with. So maybe I think ace jack. Yeah, man, you're still going to defend a lot of these ace. That's why at least I'm trying to show you because I think a lot of you guys in the low stakes like ace x is super strong, especially on like a 9974 board. Like really is like a super strong hand that you like can't fold yet. Like it's still pretty high, not high up in your range, but it's not at the bottom of your range. You want to get rid of the bottom junk, marginal hands. And ace jack suited. I mean, ace jack offsuit is not actually has decent showdown value here. Like I'm going to. Oh, should we bet here? These are spots where I know like check is probably going to be the preferred outcome here, but yeah. Does it has like 4% bet, so you can bet 4% of the time. Maybe try to get another ace x to fold out, but these are beat king. And I like to give up there, like with his king jack, because king you can win with king x here. Again, we go over these. So what would bet here, like 10x, right? He could have like ace 10, king 10, a lot of 10x, right? Um, Over pairs would bet and we have a 10. Not so there's only one 10 left in the deck, so less likely he's betting a 10. We pray to God that he has jacks or queens or kings or aces, we pray to God. I wonder though if I think we should raise is ace 10 or is it just a pure call? Ace 10 oh, right? It was ace 10 oh? Ace 10 off, yeah. Ace of diamonds. Ace 10 off is going to, yeah, man. It's just too strong, right? You locked up the board so hard that you're like, I get it. A lot of low stakes right here. You just want to raise. I think you want to keep in. Let's not scare jacks and queens and stuff away. And that's 81% of the time. So, I mean, again, if you know the player is aggressive and you can get more out of him and you can get some more, value from that person, go for it. But checks here. I'm assuming we could do like maybe a small 3.3 bet here of the ace 10. Oh, but maybe it's just another pure check strategy to try to get them. Well, hold on, ace 10. Yeah, it's going to just be a pure check strategy, just because we have a boat. We don't need no protection. I get it. We want to put money in the pot, right? We want to. But it serves us no purpose if we're going to just get a fold, right? That's what I'm trying to teach you guys. So it's like we need to check. Hopefully, maybe he catches an ace, a king, or something. Give him some hope to bet into us, because again, we don't need no protection, and the board's so locked up that if we bet, he might just, again, we want to give your opponent rope, right? We want to give him rope. Let him make mistakes. You're not making a mistake here. You're just not getting value yet. Well, he's checked again. We can't check now. I'm just wondering if we go like 3.3 here just to try to get anything. No, just go big. I'm sorry, guys. So like on the rivers, yeah, I guess just go polar, like you would be doing this with just pure ace X without the 10, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was trying to just be tricky. Maybe we'd get called by like a king high or something, go small. But that didn't work. Here again, guys, let's go three more boards, and then if this stuff helps, I'm gonna continue making videos. I also have another video idea in the making of like GTO and showing like live streams and just showing if it's like right or wrong. But I figured I'd do a nice study session today, and you know, it's fun to study sometimes. And I was using this new solver, so it's fun to use it with you guys. So really not a great flop for anybody. Let's just be honest. I mean, I'm the guy that should, I guess, have pocket threes and pocket twos more. Like that's more calling, and both probably have pocket eights the same amount. Question is, so you would think, well, no, I mean, so he checks to us. What are we doing here? Are we just, is 9-8 going to bet big for because of the flush draw, and any 5, any 4 is not good. So 9-8 of diamonds, 9-8 of diamonds. So you is probably half half, right? 9-8 of diamonds. Yeah, it's close. It's 60-40, You can check 60. So no wrong answer. You can check or bet. Well, there is a wrong answer if you bet big. But so again, you could bet or check. Check's cool. Check's cool because maybe he'll, if you're cool post flop, you know what I mean? Like if you're afraid of post flop, bet, get value, get him to fold. Hopefully, because I'm not. See now, I wonder, do we raise? 9-8. I mean, no, I think it's just a call, pure call, like 90%. And then we're just hoping like a non-spade hits. Really, I mean, a 5 ace, I'm not too worried. It's just we don't. Yeah, it's not the greatest card because it does get like ace 5 gets there, and that could be like ace 5 of spades is there. Um, we're not folding. It's just depending on like call or raise. I think raise, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, we raise, we open it up. So let's just look. Just 9-8 of diamonds. is going to just call, and it does raise 30% of the time, so it does. But again, I want you to understand that, like, if we raise this to 18, you got to start thinking the pot's going to grow really big, SPR is going to get really deep, and then if this guy shoves over the top, we're probably going to have to call it off for the pot odds, and we're not going to be in good shape because we blocked 9. We block him from having a 9 or an 8, which is like the hands that we doing this, so we're either against some sort of set or flush or the straight that I told you against. So I can understand the reason behind just calling here. That makes sense. And there's the set of 9s that we would have got screwed by. So yes, I understand. So remember these king high boards with the ace jack O? Did we just go over these? 70-30, pretty much 70-30. So I know like a lot of people love to bet on these king X boards, but you can definitely check on this board because there's so many good cards that can come. You would expect a strong king X to just straight bet for value, and he's not. So like maybe king 10 checks, king 9 suited checks to me, but I would think like king jack, king queen, and all those ace queen and kings would bet. So, but ace jack's pretty strong, and we do block ace king of diamonds. Double check. I know like we're supposed to check here like in a way, like, but again, like when they check twice in the low stakes, they're basically saying, I don't like I have a marginal hand, or I have like showdown, please let's just check it down. Please let's just check it down. So I would, all right, they're gonna say check, man. But this is like a net sale. I'm exploiting now. I shouldn't have did that. But I would have bet. So but GTO wants you to check. Again, it's just because of how sometimes I play, exploiting and like check, and a 3-5-6 board is just horrific for like low jacks range. Um, God, shouldn't we go for like some value? I mean, 3 checks, or they don't want you to. No, interesting. Interesting. Pocket fours here on an ace 3-6 board. Seems like a very good check in, but I could be wrong. Checking 60% of the time, and it's betting 40% of the time. So again, it's really this one you can't get wrong, because if you bet and you get king queen to fold and stuff, that's a win in a way, because or stuff like that. If you get a couple overcards to fold with pocket fours, that's a win. But it's also great not to really, he's saying I don't have an ace, so that's what he's telling me so far. We could definitely check back a king. So I think check here is the correct answer. It is the correct answer. We don't want to bloat the pot here with our pocket fours. Just trying to get the showdown, just like he's probably trying to get the showdown. Here, though, do we just take our fours? Yeah. Yeah. You really do. Like, you can use a big bet, though, like 13% of the time, and I can see why. But let's just keep it simple. We can beat some hands with pocket fours, so, and that's not one of them. So if we bet, would pocket sevens have folded? I think so. I think so. Um, Pocket sixes we cold call, but we do not hit our set. But I don't, on this type of board. We're not gonna. I mean, he's betting into us. It's not normal. Most of the time, 70% of the time, they're gonna check it to the in position player. So he is betting. So maybe he has ace king, um, ace X. Seems very plausible here. I'm going to continue because we could pick up any 4 or any 8, any hopefully a 6, a diamond. There it is. So we do pick up more equity. And so do we want to bet this, like the pair plus the open ended? I think not. I think we check, which is correct. And you know, he's going to be nervous of my suited connectors here and like my 8 6s and all that stuff. He shouldn't have like for too much 8x. Like, I mean, he does and he doesn't. Man. Um, no, he's got some suited 8s, but not like, again, not super like much 8x. So I'm wondering, like in Solverland, would you bet your set of 6s? But like, well, how much would you go with your set of 6s? Would you just go polar? Yeah, I think you got to go polar. It does. I didn't really look, but I'm just polar. Yeah. Again, you know why? And this is the reason why is because this guy just can't have a straight, right? He just can't have it. He can have pocket kings and pretty disciplined. Like, no, that's a good fold. That's just a purely good fold. All right, guys. I hope some of this stuff helped. Like, this is my first video. Again, you guys want I will leave the links for PLL Genius and Deep Solver 20% off your first month, and it will change your game. I promise you it will. And I will see you on the next video. We will go over some more stuff. Thank you. Take care.